Kirby Star Allies has a lot of allies. From past enemies to new enemies and even old friends. Today, we're banning all of them. Kirby all by himself will have to beat all of Star Allies. Here are the rules. We cannot use allies ever, unless it's for the friends Circle, Train, Bridge, Star, or Sparkler. These things are mandatory, so we only use friends then. I'm just trying to give myself a chance. We also are going to skip 1-1, and it does force us into a cutscene where we have to make allies. Anyways, all that stuff aside, can we be Kirby Star Allies without allies? Let's find out. We start off watching Highness trying to release an entity from the Jamba Heart. But in the process, it explodes into many pieces across the galaxy, hitting Popstar. But who cares about that? Let's head to 1-2. 1-2 is extremely easy. There are a couple of signs trying to make me make friends, but who cares about friends? I'm good all by myself. Wait, that sounds sad. Anyways, 1-2 was a breeze. After 1-2, we unlock the Dream Palace. Sadly, since we can't make any friends this adventure, we cannot use the Dream Palace. 1-3 was going really well until this door. This door requires 2 people to open. And sadly, there's no way of tricking the game to open this door without 2 people. So I sadly have to say, it's not possible to beat Kirby Star Allies without allies. Now, don't go yet. This challenge may not be possible, but how much the game is beatable without allies? Let's continue and see. 1-4 is actually possible. It's just a normal boss fight with Speed Woods, not requiring multiplayer. Surprisingly, I thought multiplayer was required for bosses because it would take so long to kill them, but it was pretty easy. One boss started great until another door appeared, which requires another person. This one was not possible. With that, 2 out of 5 levels of World 1 or Dreamland was possible. Time to head to Popstar or World 2. 2 was going well until I found a friend wheel. And then before in the rule I said it didn't matter, but since we can't beat the game, I'm just not going to count the friend stuff anymore. 2-2 was going really well. I was enjoying the nice weather. Until, of course, we had to find a friend door. I don't hate these doors. They're freaking everywhere. 2-3 was going really well. We were almost in the level and about to make it to the end. Until, of course, we found a friend bridge. So sadly, it's not possible. With the last 3 levels not being possible, I really thought this one would match them. But surprisingly, this level was pretty easy, there was nothing the allies were needed to do, and I was able to beat it. 2-5 was the Meta Knight fight. I was looking forward to Battle Meta Knight, because I didn't know it would actually be possible. Meta Knight's battle is probably pretty hard without the allies. Well, I wish I knew, but sadly I don't get to, since the friend star is needed to get to the Meta Knight fight, meaning this level is not possible. Which means only 1 out of 5 levels were possible on Popstar. That is terrible, not what I was expecting at all. Well, let's just keep moving and head to the Gem Bastion, or better known as World 3. 3-1 was possible, even without allies it was an easy boss fight. These rats really suck. So far the boss fights have been pretty easy by myself. I wonder if that will continue. 3-2 was going really well until we found a friend bridge. So this level wasn't possible, right? Well, luckily for this one, you can just fly over and make it to the end of the level. I was actually surprised this level was possible. 3-3 was a boss fight with Francisca. And this boss battle was hard. All by myself, it was really hard to beat Francisca. This game is known for not being really hard, but this actually makes it much harder. Luckily, with a lot of patience, I was able to beat Francisca and finish the level. 3-4 started out perfectly. I got wing and was flying through the level. Until near the end where I found this door. And I know with this door, you can't open it without a friend. 3-5 was another boss fight with another Midge sister, being Flemberg. Flemberg is actually harder than Francisca for me, since I almost died because of her. I wonder if Zan Partisans also as hard as Flemberg and Francisca. Anyways, I was able to beat her and finish the level. 3-6 was a battle against Zan Partisan, the last of the Mage Sisters. Without a bomb, I was able to take her out pretty fast. Zan Partisan wasn't as hard as her sister, surprisingly, even with her being the leader. This fight was actually kinda underwhelming. After I beat Zamparzan, she decided to destroy the whole entire Jam Bastion, requiring us to use one of the friend abilities to escape. Being this level was not possible because Zamparzan destroyed the whole entire Jam Bastion. Wow, Zamparzan's very salty. So from this world, 4 out of 6 levels were possible. A lot more than the last 2, I can say that much. Well, let's not waste any time and head to the final world, being far-flung Starlight Heroes. Wow, that was a mouthful. No, not that mouthful. Anyways, let's head there. Floor 1 was filled with a bunch of keys, which scared me. But why did these keys scare me, you may ask? Well, I was scared of seeing another friend door, because I remember in Return to Dreamland, you needed the people to sometimes help you to get the keys. Luckily, there were no friend doors, and all the keys were in chests, so this level was pretty easy. Floor 2 was a boss battle against Wispy Wood's dad, Iggy Woods. I like how they added a new variant to Wispy Woods, it was really cool. What makes it cooler that this level is actually possible. Floor 3 was also beatable. It took place mostly underwater, so it was really easy. This is now 3 levels in a row that have been beatable. It's really weird. I wonder if the streak will continue. Floor 4 was another boss fight with the rats. It was mostly the same with a bit more rats and a bigger arena. Didn't change anything though, they were still pretty easy and this level was possible. Wow, 4 in a row now. Floor 5 was a mini boss rush. Even though I was all by myself, surprisingly, every single mini boss fight was easy. And luckily, since allies weren't needed, this level was possible. We're now at 5, count it, 5 in a row that has been beatable. This is literally crazy. The first couple worlds were like really impossible, but this world seemed very possible. Sadly, 4-6 was not possible. This one's a boss fight against some egg creature, but since you need the friend star to do it, it's sadly not possible. We were so close to have a whole entire world being possible, and it's just shameful. Floor 6 was not actually a fire level like you're seeing. I actually lost the footage to this level because of a blackout. All you need to know is that it was very easy, only a couple enemies had to fight, and it was possible. Floor 8 was another fight with Francisca, the mini-sister. This time, she was so much harder all by myself. I really thought allies were not needed at all, but it seems like they actually are, because they make the game easier. To be fair, they make the game a little too easy, but that's not the point. I was able to beat her, completing the level, making it possible. Floor 9 was a level where all allies come to die. If you don't know, it's the level where things crush you, and with allies being super dumb, they usually die. But since I'm all by myself, I was able to clear the level, no problem. We're on a new streak of levels that actually are beatable, let's hope it continues. Floor 10 was the boss battle with Twin Krakos. This one was actually really hard. Without allies, I had to do most damage myself, which is actually complicated. The Twin Krakos take up most of the battlefield, meaning I can't really dodge or make much movement. When you're with allies, they'll like sacrifice themselves, do most of the damage, even protect you, but when you're all by yourself, you can't really do that, and you have to dodge all by yourself. But anyways, I still beat them, and as little as possible. Floor 11 was another easy level. I had to make sure not to touch any magma blocks or get crushed by other blocks, but other than that, it was a really easy level. With that, it's another 5 levels that are possible without allies. This is going really well. Floor 12 was a boss battle against Flamberge. Earlier in the video, I talked about how Flamberge is really hard. I don't know what changed, but it got really easy. Maybe because of the ability I was using, since last time I was using a different ability, this time using Umbrella, which is much better. I'm not sure, it could be from many factors. But this level was possible. Floor 13 was going really well. I was seeing a lot of enemies, I wasn't really requiring any allies. But, and this is a big but, there's something that I have in this level crying allies. Being the friend train. Meaning this level was not possible. The friend train is one of the stupidest things in this game. I really don't like it. With that, it's time for the final level. Floor 14 started off with a fight against Zamparzan. Zamparzan was actually pretty easy with help of the Chum Umbrella. I'm not sure I mentioned this before, but the Chum Umbrella is able to do damage by just opening up and not doing anything. It's really useful just for enemies above you, and I like it a lot. With that, I was able to beat Zamparzan pretty easily with no big issues. The fight against Heinz was actually pretty hard. Without the help of allies, Heinz's health bar did not go down, it took forever. It really shows how the allies are mainly meant for the boss fights. Anyways, I was able to beat Heinz while almost dying in the process. But sadly, this level cannot continue to the final battle since you need the friend star and 4 friends to be able to complete it. Meaning after all of that, this is sadly not possible. So from this world, 11 out of 14 were cleared. Which is amazing, I was not expecting that. Like the last few worlds have not been so great, but this one almost all of it was completed. In total, 18 out of 30 were cleared, so about 60% of the game is possible without allies, which is not bad at all. Meaning if you just took out all those friend abilities and the friend door, the game would be possible all by yourself. Hope you enjoyed that video, that was a really fun one to make. I really wish it was possible, but sadly it wasn't meant to be. Make sure to like and subscribe, have an amazing day, and drink a lot of water. See you in the next one! What are the differences between Mega Greninja and Ash Greninja? Well first, Mega Greninja obviously evolved with Mega Evolution, while Ash Greninja used the Battle Bond ability to transform. Mega Greninja used the Mega Stone, while Ash Greninja transforms by using its Bond. Design-wise, Mega Greninja goes upside down, has a little suit, and has a big shuriken. For Ash Greninja, it also gets a big shuriken, but this time on its back, and gets red and black on its face. They are similar though. I like Ash Greninja more, but it seems like Mega Greninja is replacing him. But what do you think? Which one do you like more? Comment down below, and like and subscribe.